What's going on, folks? My name is Joe, aka J to the OE. Welcome back to my channel. Father's Day is coming up. Coming up very soon, in a few days, or if you watch this after this weekend, it's already come and happened. So I thought I'd talk to you about my favorite video game fathers. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 video games coming in, and yeah, I just thought I'd talk about it, why I think they're my favorites. There's a spoiler alerts because I'll be talking about what they've done in the video games, and so if you don't want to know that, just like and subscribe, and then you could go. But if you want to stay, also remember, like and subscribe. All right, here we go. Now, all of these games for me, now that I have a son, I have a 3-year-old, his name is Juan, all of them hit a little bit differently for me. I've played some of these games when I didn't have Juan, and some of these games after we had Juan, and man, I gotta tell you, it hits very, very different. Now, one of the games, that first game that hits very different now that I have a kid of my own, it's The Last of Us. Joel was an amazing father figure, both to Sarah and Ellie. He did all that he could to protect Sarah, and man, that is, if I could be sincere for a second, losing your child is, I can't even imagine that type of pain, you know? And for him to start that first 5 minutes of that game to do that, oh my goodness. And then all throughout the game, him trying to take care of Ellie, even though him trying to deny Ellie of like, no, I don't want to love you, I don't want to be there for you. And then at the very, very end, I don't know what I would do. Before I had Juan, I'd be like, no, man, sacrifice one for the greater good of everyone else. But now that I have Juan, I don't know, man. Yeah, I don't know. But Joel, one of my favorite fathers of video games. The next one is kind of clear for me. Kratos, God of War. Kratos does his best, man. Kratos obviously has an anger problem. Kratos has this really, really dark past, and he doesn't want his son to be to suffer the way he has. He's trying to protect his son the only way he knows how. What I love about Kratos, actually all of these guys are just really imperfect, and, you know, he does his best, even though he calls his kid boy. One of the best lines I've heard is like, don't be sorry, be better. That's something that hopefully I'll never say to my son. But man, this man did his best. This man did his best to love his wife, to take care and teach his son, especially with his wife gone, and doing his best to be both father and mother, you know. So hats off to Kratos. The next one is Rost from Horizon Zero Dawn. Rost took in Aloy, who nobody wanted, who'd want to hopefully tell, I forgot the whole lore, but I remember that nobody wanted Aloy, and nobody wanted to be with her, and she didn't have a clan or something like that, and Rost took her in and raised her as his own, and man, that is amazing. That, you know, to raise up a child that you know, is not your own, not blood relative, and to call him or her your daughter or your son is an amazing gift to give. And Rost did all that he could, and even saved her as his last act as her father. And so, big ups to Rost. Ethan from Heavy Rain did everything he could to save his son. You know, and this was the first game that I got after I had Juan, and all the choices that were supposed to be difficult for him, like drinking a poison, cutting off a finger, or something like that, just to get more information about his son. I did not care. I'm like, no, we're cutting off a finger. We're drinking this thing. We're doing all that we can just so we can save my son, because I would do that. And it would happen. So, Ethan, good dad, did all he can, broken dad, especially when he lost his first kid. At least in my playthrough, I saved him. So, he did it. The lone survivor from Fallout 4. Man, just think about it. You, your family, you're going through, suddenly like a nuclear explosion blows up, and then you gotta go and hide in a vault, and then they're putting you through all of this, and right in front of you is your wife and your son, and you guys suddenly get frozen. And then you wake up a little bit, and you see your wife die and your son get kidnapped, and then you get frozen all over again, and then you wake up suddenly, and all of this is hundreds and hundreds of years, but to you it's just moments of flash. And then so your one sole mission is to save and find your son. And yeah, he goes out into the unknown, not knowing how long it's been or what else to do or how to live in the world, and does all you can to save your son, regardless of what you did afterwards, whether you sided with the Institute, whether you sided with the Railroad or whoever. You know, your first mission is to really go out and get your son. And so big ups to you, Dad. Big ups to you, Soul Survivor. Way to do that. The next one is Geralt, father of Ciri. Adopted father. But you know what? Shout out to all the adoptive dads. Like, man, me and my wife are thinking about adopting, and man, like, shout out to you guys for opening up your heart to be able to do that. And yeah, legitimately, they are yours. And so, boom, Geralt of Rivia with Ciri, taught him all that he could with all of his Witcher stuff. Really, hopefully, encourage her more enough to be able to go through those trials, and you made the right choices. I did, also with the help of Google, just so you know, because I didn't want to mess Ciri up. It's really my biggest fear, that I would mess my kid up based on my choices. But you know, there's no go backs in life, but there's go backs here. So you know, I saved, I loaded. I'm a save scummer. Sorry, don't at me. But yeah. Great decisions that he made with Ciri, so that Ciri could believe in herself and allow her to be the best that she can be. Geralt was a good dad. Geralt was there for Ciri, and Geralt did his thing, you know. Sam Fischer, secret agent, spy, and a dad to protect his daughter. Everything he does, it's not to protect the nation, but to protect his daughter. And yeah, so shout outs to Sam Fischer. I haven't actually played this in a very long time, so I forget what happens to his daughter. I don't know if he lives, or if she lives, or she dies. So I forgot, but you know, another video game dad that does everything he can for his daughter. The last one, I know I said 7, but it's an honorable mention. Master Splinter. Adopting 4 ragtag turtles, and actually he considers Casey, if you read the IDW collection, he considers Casey and April his kids as well. And yeah, just really open up his heart to them and training the turtles. And there's this theory with the turtles about how he gave his weapons to each and every turtle and how he's supposed to balance them out because he's a genius. And so, like, Donatello is really good with machines, and so he just gives him a plain stick to be like, hey, you could do anything, even with just a little stick. Michelangelo, who's the party guy, gives him the nunchucks because it really takes a lot of precision and a lot of focus to hit up the nunchucks. Raphael, the burly, the enforcer, the guy with the anger issues, gives him size. And the thing with size is, it's a defensive weapon first. It's not really there to kill. It's there to be a good defensive weapon, and that kind of helps his temper go down. And the only person he gives with a weapon that actually really, really kills, even though all of these other things get killed, was Leonardo, the leader. You know, he gave him that responsibility because he knows that he can handle it. And so I thought that was cool. Did I just blow your mind? Did you guys know about that? But yeah, I thought that was cool. So, shout outs to the rat, Master Splinter. So that's it. That's my favorite video game fathers. Happy Father's Day to all you fathers out there. Keep it up, guys. It's hard out here, you know? And we're doing the best that we can. So, who are your favorite video game dads, video game fathers? And yeah, thank you guys for stopping by. I'll see you later, or I'll see you another time.